Hello everyone.
Hello guys, welcome to Pitching in Line. In this video, we're going to talk about T20 World Cup, which is being held in UAE, and we're gonna analyze Group 2, which was considered to be one of the toughest groups, but after the qualifiers, it is definitely not the group of death. And this group consists of India, Pakistan. I think that match would be a blockbuster. I think every cricket fan in the world would be watching that. And New Zealand, Afghanistan, Scotland, and Namibia. So first, let's start with India. I mean, India are one of the favorites. Considering the players that they have, they are always considered to be favorites. But going into this tournament, what do you think is the major strength? What is the strength that India should concentrate and oppositions would be wary of?
Their top order. India's top order is, biggest, weapon, for the success. Be it Rohit Sharma, be it KL Rahul, be it Virat. This top three. They have the dangerous top three as far as this World Cup goes. So any team which is playing against India will want to pick these early wickets so that they get into their middle order very quickly. So I think their top three is the biggest strength as far as India is concerned.
Yeah, I think definitely I agree with you. One of the very good batting order on paper, and considering the fact that they have played IPL here, so they have actually got used to the condition, got used to the dimensions, the pitches, the weather conditions, and etc. So I think this should definitely play in their favor. And coming to their weakness, I think the weakness will be their not having that sixth option. There are still problems with Hardik Pandya, and we are seeing in this tournament where all the teams are going into placing their playing 11 with 6 bowling options, minimum of 6 bowling options. So I do feel that is an area where they will be slightly concerned with. And number 2 would be their record in knockout matches. They have qualified for all the semis and finals since 2013, but they haven't really gone up to the distance. I think this is something this time where they will really hope to conquer. And what are the 3 players to look out for?
I think all the top three. I'll say bluntly top three. Apart from that, someone I am really looking forward to is Ravindra Jadeja and Mohammad Shami with the ball. Mohammad Shami, we have seen, yes, he leaks runs in the later part of the innings, but he has a knack of picking up crucial wickets in that last few overs. So he's going to be very key. And Jadeja, who has been in very good form, and his left arm spin is going to be very useful in this.
Yes, and definitely Varun Chakravarti too. It depends. I think India is seeing him as a weapon, so we have to see how he is going to fare. And the second team that we're going to talk about is neighbors of India, their arch rivals, that is Pakistan. Pakistan has been in news in world cricket for some other reasons, for non-cricketing reasons. Yeah. But this tournament, we do understand it is very, very important for Pakistan and its fans. And what is their major strengths? Where they will, on what basis will they, rest their fate on?
See, one name which comes into your mind when we talk about Pakistan is Babar Azam, right? Mm-hmm. So he is that one quality batsman, a stylish batsman. If you forget all these things, India, Pakistan, and all these things, if you see as a cricket fan, Babar Azam is one classy player, which world cricket has in its current generation. So it's a very gifted player, and is the backbone of Pakistan team.
And their weakness?
Their weakness, I think, see, their death bowling is kind of a concern, because see, they have someone like, see, Shaheen Afridi, yes, he's a good bowler. He bowls well, and he has his Yorkers and all in these death overs. But Haris Rauf is going to be a little bit of a he's going to be a person who the oppositions will target. He usually has this habit of leaking a lot of runs in the last overs. And even in that match against West Indies, warm-up matches, the last over, Kyron Pollard literally took him apart, and he scored 5 boundaries of him the last over. So that will be a real concern for Pakistan.
Their death bowling will be their weakness.
Yes.
So coming to the players to watch out for, the three players. Give me three names.
Babar Azam, Shaheen Afridi, and Shoaib Malik.
Shoaib, yeah, I like it. I think Shoaib Malik, with his experience and his multi-utility, will definitely be key for Pakistan. So we will move on to the next team, that is New Zealand, which has been I don't see this team as an underdog.
Yeah.
I don't see this team as an underdog. They are certainly one of the favorites to win the cup, and their performances in the recent tournaments has been exceptional. And after winning the Test championship, they would like to add one more trophy in the name of T20 World Cup. What is the strength? New Zealand's strength in this tournament?
I think their leader. Their leader is the biggest strength for them. Kane Williamson. He is that calming influence which every dressing room demands. Even in that precarious situation, he has that knack of putting this team together and carrying his team with his own performances. So I think Kane Williamson is a very big positive, very big factor for New Zealand in this World Cup.
Yes, and one more what I would add is their balance.
Yeah.
They have these players who may not be big stars,
Yeah.
but they come, they do their duty, they do their job,
Yes,
and they go back.
yes,
And these are the teams which are always dangerous. We have seen New Zealand has always flown under the radar, but they have these players who do deliver when in certain situations. So that will definitely be their strengths. And what is their weakness?
see, their weakness is, see, we talked about England, right? Their hitters, they might, some of their hitters, like, Martin Guptill, we have seen him, how good a player he is, limited player he is, limited overs player he is in all these conditions where ball has good bounce and pace. But back in Asian conditions, Martin Guptill doesn't have a very good record to show up to his name. So I think Martin Guptill, he will be one factor which New Zealand will hope that he fires it around in this tournament. Apart from that, I think they don't have any kind of weaknesses which is very glaring, and opposition can really lap up and use it against them.
Yeah, okay. So we'll see three players to watch out for. One would be definitely Kane Williamson.
Okay.
Trent Bolt. He has delivered most important spells for New Zealand in recent ICC tournaments. And another name which comes to your mind who would play a major role?
I think Ish Sodhi. Ish Sodhi, I think he's a very underrated bowler, and he is very lethal in these kind of conditions. Batsmen will struggle, facing him, and him and Satner. I think they're going to be very big, weapons for New Zealand in their bowling.
Okay, so moving on, we're going to talk about Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Afghan spinners right now. I think there's no doubt about it. I think if you ask any fan in the world, I think they'll say this thing. The strength will be their spinners, and they have very, very good spinners in Rashid Khan, Mohammad Nabi, Mujibur Rahman. I think these three spinners, they can choke any kind of batsman in the world. I think that will be their major strength. And what could be the reasons of the downfall? What are the weaknesses?
Weaknesses, I think, see, they don't have the experience, as far as their batting is concerned. That will be area where Afghanistan will be tested. Afghanistan, they will be hoping that somehow their batsmen, get themselves to 140, 150, even in these conditions. I think they have the bowling to, capitalize and compensate for this.
Yes, and I think one more thing which could go in against the favor is non-cricketing reason is with all the politics that is going in Afghanistan cricket board, because initially Rashid Khan was the captain, then without his permission they picked up a team. So there is a lot of politics or some kind of it's not so settling. I think this could be an issue which they faced in 2019 too in the World Cup, and we have seen the result. They hardly even won a single match. So I think that could probably play against them. And the players to look out for will be I think Rashid Khan and Mohammad Nabi. And would you care to add any one name?
I think Hazratullah Zazai, he is one kind of a batsman who is a proper hitter. He's a hitter of the ball, and he's a brutal hitter at the top. If he stays there for 4 or 5 overs, I think he has the capacity to take apart any bowling. So I think he
Okay.
is going to be very important as far as their batting is concerned.
Yes, and coming to the next team, that is Scotland. Scotland played really well in the qualifiers. They won all their matches pretty convincingly, and they put up a very good performances. What do you think will be their strengths and weaknesses?
I think, see, experience, they have pretty much of weakness. I will say weakness that they don't often play big teams regularly, so that's
Yes.
going to be a biggest disadvantage going into this tournament when they will face a team like India and Pakistan and Afghanistan for that matter. They will struggle. There is no doubt about that. But we have seen them prosper, and in this the way they have dominated their group in the qualifiers. I think they have the passion and they have the hunger to succeed in the big level. So we might as well see a couple of not a couple, at least one upset in this group as far as Scotland is concerned.
Okay. So next team, the last team that we want to talk about is Namibia. It is a team that nobody expected to qualify for the Super 12. The last time they have played an ICC tournament was way back in 2003, where the legendary Sachin Tendulkar played that knock of 152.
Yeah.
And after such a long time, Namibia is again playing in an ICC tournament. So which itself is a huge achievement for them. And I think what are the players to look out for?
See, Namibia, I think I think the biggest positive which they have currently is someone like David Visa. David Visa, we all know that he's from South Africa. He's played a lot of leagues across the world. The experience which he carries around, with him, with his batting, with his bowling, that he will add a lot of depth in this, this young, relatively inexperienced Namibia team. We have seen him win couple of matches. One, today when we saw the match against Ireland, he delivered both with the bat and the ball. He is going to be very important for
Yes.
Namibia. Apart from that, they also have an all-rounder in Freling. He's a left-arm quick and he is a middle-order batsman, Jan Freling, and he's a very good player. So I think they have a good set of players, exciting players. They will face difficulty, but I think very happy for them that somebody like Namibia is competing in this
Yes,
huge tournament.
definitely. I think yes, definitely. I think this itself is a huge achievement. It's not easy to come to these kind of conditions and play the qualifiers and to qualify. It's definitely an achievement for both Scotland and Namibia, irrespective of whatever happens in the tournament. I think they should be proud of themselves for the distance they have come in. So that's it, guys, from us. We'll see you in other videos. Tata. Bye bye. See you.
Bye bye.